I don't know how to start a podcast.
Neither do I.
Okay. So, cut this first bit out.
Oh, no, I'm going to keep it in.
Okay.
And then we start our amazing theme music remixed by our number one fan, DJRemix.com.
DJRemix.com. Your brother can, like, remix stuff, can't he?
Ziggy Lipstick. I mean, he can remix stuff. I don't know if he will.
Regardless, this is...
Sam and Simon's podcast. The one that you want. It's the podcast. How's that?
That sounded great. I'm sure we can make that work somehow.
I think it already did work. It's a masterpiece.
I don't think so, but we'll go with it. I've seen stranger things work.
Yeah, have you?
Yes.
Well, we're starting a podcast. It's the start of something new. Troy and Gabriella hashtag High School Musical.
When did I hashtag Troy Bolton? I hashtagged him in a video the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Can you hashtag people in a video?
I don't know if you can hashtag people on YouTube, but I hashtagged anyway.
Well,
it might be a thing, actually.
A rebel without a cause.
Hashtag, let's have a look. Oh, no, you can plus people in. Oh, no, you can hashtag. I'm looking at a hashtag free Edgar 2013 right now.
Wow, and it works, and it comes up with a whole bunch of videos.
It actually comes up with videos.
I just leaned in close to the mic there. I hope any...
Yeah, apologies.
Of our listeners just like a little bit of that.
Simon, you have a girlfriend. Sit back. Simon? You're actually the one person in my small group of friends that has a girlfriend.
Small is definitely the operative word there.
You, your brother, and me.
Maybe that's a project that we need to get onto is getting you some friends.
Yeah. We might be able to do that. I'm sure there's more pressing things in the world at the moment than that, but what can you do?
Sorry, I'm just blowing on my coffee. So
the coffee's not even... Oh, you have your coffee black, don't you?
I had it boiling hot, my friend, just like me.
And that's why you have a girlfriend.
I was touching all sorts of parts of my body there. If you just want to imagine that for a second, if we just have silence. Maybe we can put some sort of romantic music over the top as well. That's just the slow sizzle of the heat of my body. Come in. So, do you want to do something like start a segment or something?
Start a segment.
We can segment this up with little like clips and stuff like that like they do in the professional radios.
I'm trying to think of professional radio.
It's like B105.
Yes. Or
hi, I'm Taylor Swift, and I like B105, like that.
Yeah, except Taylor Swift has a much hotter voice than you, but
But no, that wasn't me.
I
that wasn't me doing an impression of Taylor Swift. She was just here at the time.
Well, if she was here, why didn't you get her to promote our podcast? Can you just call her back in and get her to promote?
She wasn't actually promoting B105 there. She was just like expressing her opinion about the radio stations. To be honest, she's not a big fan of our podcast.
It's hard to be a big fan of a podcast that doesn't exist until like 5 minutes ago, though. So
5 minutes and 55 seconds.
Oh, I apologise.
I'm going to edit a whole lot out, so it's not going to be 5 minutes and 55 seconds.
However, just take a moment to look at the time bar, and whatever it has in the time bar.
That's how long.
That's exactly
the podcast
how long we've been
existed.
talking for. So how's the weather?
It's 6 minutes in. We really got to the weather. The weather is, I don't know, a bit hot.
I'm curious to know if those crickets chirping in the background will be picked up by the microphone.
Yeah, the cicadas.
Cicada cricket. I mean, is there really much difference?
I mean, yeah. Yes, there is.
Other than the fact that cicada is like one of the very few things that starts with a Z.
It doesn't start with a Z. It's not even spelled cicada.
Cicada?
It's spelt with a C.
No.
It's spelt with a C. I'm looking this up right now.
Cicada. Surely it starts with a Z.
You don't... This is a bit, right? You don't actually believe that cicada starts with a Z. It starts with a C.
What would you know?
Often called a cicada by Did you really believe it started with? Is that a gap in your knowledge that
I'm looking up cicada with a Z.
21 years and you didn't know that cicada started with a C?
Oh, what would you know? Cicada, Z-I-C-A-D-A, is a feminine singular past participle of zicar.
What's a zicar?
What's a zicar?
Can't say you don't learn anything on this show.
Oh, it's Portuguese. So clearly what I was doing was talking about zicar, which is to inflict bad luck. So it was the feminine past participle of inflicting bad luck.
You're trying to say that you didn't know the difference between inflicting bad luck and a cricket?
Isn't the cricket like a sign of good luck in like China?
That is... Now you just like...
No, it is. I'm sure it is. What's that movie? Mulan. And they had like the lucky cricket in the cage. And Mulan carried it around.
Pinocchio?
No, Mulan.
In Mulan. Lucky cricket.
Yeah, lucky cricket. There you go.
Mulan. I hope it's still recording now.
See, there it is.
Oh wow, there's a lucky cricket in Mulan.
I may not know.
You may not know.
I may have like unintentionally offended you in Portuguese by using the female past participle of zicar on you, and thus insinuating in Portuguese that you are female.
Still, you said
when attempting to talk about an animal that goes.
It's the worst cicada impression I've ever heard. And almost as bad as my Taylor Swift impression before.
Which may or may not be in the podcast, depending on how the editing goes.
Which may or may not be the real Taylor Swift, right here in my home.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't the real Taylor Swift. Because the real Taylor Swift clearly would have come in and promoted our podcast for us.
Would she?
And also, why on earth would Taylor Swift come to your house when she could come to my house?
I think she'd be a bit creeped out at your house.
I mean, I've only got the regular amount of posters that a 21-year-old guy would have of her. And the regular amount of CDs.
Which is 0, right?
No. It's a little more...
How many more than 0 is it?
It's a little more than that. Just a little more. Actually, no, I don't have any posters. I haven't been able to find any to buy.
I mean, I'm being a bit hypocritical here. I do have Taylor Swift wallpaper everywhere right now. Like, you can't see this room, humble listener, but like, it's just like cardboard cutouts of Taylor Swift, just like glued to every surface of this room. I mean, it's the only way that I can exist in the day. I can't start my day without gluing Taylor Swift to every surface of my life.
You know, there's only one musician, I think, that is better than Taylor Swift. And that's Stevie.
Is Stevie Luhan?
Stevie Luhan. Did you see
we
that
forgot
documentary?
to do the pre-Stevie Luhan podcast ritual.
Oh, no! We'll have to do it right now.
Alright. Sorry about that, we are back now.
we've performed the pre-podcast ritual a couple of minutes into the podcast.
See, what we do is we light some sage on fire in the middle of the room, and we dance around it while
Clapping our hands.
clapping our hands,
like the trees of the forest.
and sacrificing a young virgin girl.
No. We don't do that.
Imhotep.
No.
No.
Too far. Too far.
Well, I mean, I thought we'd do some behind the scenes.
Yeah, no. Well, it doesn't happen. Don't lie.
It does. I mean,
the listeners, all three of them, will be hoping that we are truthful and honest with them at all times.
I am being. I can't believe you want to cover up our pagan ritual that we.
I'm not covering anything up.
How dare you?
Don't listen to him,
How
please.
dare you?
Please don't listen to him. Ever. He's more likely to lie than he is to actually tell truthful tales.
Well, that's going to be really confusing later on.
When you start beginning telling stories.
Telling story. Well, actually, no, that's useful because I don't have any interesting true stories. So,
should I kick us off with an interesting true story? Maybe we should have a segment of true stories.
Okay. Well, do you want to do sort of a podcast header for that?
Okay.
Interesting true stories.
Interesting.
That may not actually be true.
But are actually true.
But no, they could be lies.
That was appalling, but oh well.
No, that was great.
Anyway.
That was great. I'll put some music under it. It'll sound super professional.
And a bit of an
And
echo.
it's like, I'm Katy Perry from the music. And I like B105.
It was like she was actually here.
Well, she was actually
No,
here.
she wasn't.
Once again, that was an actual clip from B105 that I've edited in.
Wow. I'm so glad that you have access to all of their resources. And that certainly won't come...
I mean, I've got a huge soundboard here, just like propped on top of one of my Taylor Swift cutouts. And it's got like all the B105 stuff just streaming in. So every so often I just like change the stream and it comes back to something from B105, you know? Yeah.
Anyway,
tell us your interesting true story.
So I'm at my local Woolworths, and I went to the deli.
This is interesting already.
Yes, I went to the deli, and I can't remember what I was getting, and I'm pretty sure it's not important to the story. But anyway, I happened to stop and began chatting, as you do, to one of the other customers there, and turns out this guy was a short, like, Sicilian guy with, like, a thick Italian accent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not great with accents, but, like, it was a talk like this, and it was a really, really good.
That's exactly nothing like a Sicilian sounds like.
That's how he's going to sound like for the story. Yeah. So just take your closest Sicilian friend, and just input his voice over my poor attempt.
Luckily,
the Sicilian voice.
Luckily, I do have a number of close Sicilian friends. I got, I talked to them about getting all these Taylor Swift cutouts from a back alley.
Oh yeah.
I do think...
Come here, I have a Taylor Swift.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, come here, I got the Taylor Swift for you, and then they cut off my thumbs, but, I couldn't pay the full price for the Taylor Swift. Yeah. But, opposable thumbs are a price to pay for covering your room with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, it's
paraphernalia.
You are now like a general primate in terms of a mammal because you don't have opposed thumbs, which like distinguishes us from a dog. But that's great.
See, what you said there was a primate is something. Yeah, Hello.
So this is Simon and Sam out and about, and we're literally currently...
Simon and Sam out and about.
There's got to be a jingle to that at some point. We're literally...
I feel like we're like in a Better Homes and Gardens type thing, like Gardening Australia. Like, you know, Simon and Sam out and about.
We're coming to your place soon.
Yeah. Like, only people over 65 would listen to something like that.
Although, I mean, to be fair, Better Homes and Gardens has won a lot of awards in Australian television.
I don't think that's what we're going for, though.
Awards in Australian television?
Better Homes and Gardens.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I could do some awards.
You could do some awards? You mean you could make up some awards for us?
Oh, yeah, well, why don't we do that? I'm sure trophies don't cost that much.
We could register an awards show and then just give us all the awards.
All the awards.
Good.
What categories would you have in our awards show?
Best. That's it. That's the award.
Just the best.
Just best.
And the award for best, the nominees are?
We don't have a name for the podcast, and we're not calling it Salmon.
I think we should call it Salmon. It makes sense though, like Sam being me and Mon being the end of your name.
You have explained this to me a number of times before, and yeah, still not buying it.
See, but you could use the whole salmon fish. I mean, salmon has an L in it.
I know.
So we could be salmon without the L because we're not losers.
Yeah, actually, you've explained this to me as well too, and it's still nothing.
I think it's a great idea.
Nothing.
And the
Nothing
logo could be some sort of fish jumping over a microphone.
Invisible b-ball again. Sorry, we just passed a basketball court.
Because this is Simon and Sam out and about.
We need to change the name of everything. Everything. We need just to overhaul the whole thing. It's just cancelled.
Simon and Sam out and about.
Cancelled.
I don't think so. I think it's a really clever sort of name. Because literally we can...
Are you
out.
over 65? I think it's very, very clever. I think it's quite a clever name. Because they are about. How do we be about? Well, I'm out right now. I totally agree with that. But what do I do to be about?
I don't know. That was never explained to me in phrase school.
In phrase school?
Phrase school. They're like, hey, let's teach you a phrase now. When you go out and are not doing anything, you're sort of out and about.
How'd you do in phrase school?
I failed.
Yeah. I mean, I did pretty well in idioms, but metaphors is, I wasn't really paying attention. I was sick a lot, so.
You're sick as a dog.
Yeah, I can tell you failed phrase school. I can really, really tell.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure the teacher didn't help much. The phrase teacher.
What was her name?
What was her name?
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't married, so she was Miss. And her last name was, I can't remember.
Simon v. Sam and the Improv Show.
That would be amazingly bad.
We should sign up for improv classes together. That would be cool.
That would be interesting.
I've always wanted to do that.
That could be fun, actually.
That could be fun.
Are there any improv classes around where we live?
I don't know.
I mean, there's literally nothing around where we live, so I'd be surprised if you could find an improv class around where we
It'd be fun though. It'd stop us from being so crap too. Her name was Miss because she wasn't married, and yeah, I don't remember her name.
That wasn't great. No, I'll admit that. But she got married.
Yeah. What was his name?
His name was Mr. Poppage.
You really need to go to improv class.
What's wrong with
His name was Mr. Poppage.
Mr. Poppage.
His name was Simon v. Sam out and about.
It's not Simon v. Sam, it's Simon and Sam out and about.
You don't know what I'm got planned for you.
Check it out. It's my pizza.
Hey, we should go there sometime.
We should definitely go there. Sam's Pizza.
We need to have a Sam special on the show.
A Sam special.
We need to give one of our special guests a Sam special.
So this is
It sounds like a sexual thing if you don't explain it.
If I explain, can I explain it, or are you
No.
just going to block my story?
No, because I mean, you're notorious for not finishing stories.
Yeah, that's true. Regardless, I'll try and finish this story.
Regardless.
So where I live, just in walking distance, a new shop opened up, and it cooks stone-based pizza. So anyway, I wandered down there after school because the bus went by, and so I'd hop off the bus and go in and like eat cake and drink coffee.
Simon v. Sam out and about.
Simon and Sam out and about. And anyway, so I was drinking cake, eating coffee, and is that right? No, the other way around. Swap that.
No, you said drinking coffee.
Did I? I thought I said drinking cake and eating coffee.
Well, it's the sandwich of the day, so...
Sandwich, yeah. So anyway, so one night I was going out and I said to Mum, look, Mum, I don't need dinner, right? I'm gonna go out and get my own dinner tonight. She's like, okay, cool, whatever. I was like, 16 at the time, so this is a big deal, me getting my own dinner. And so I walked past this pizza shop. Go away, Simon. I walked past the pizza shop, and I ordered this pizza, and basically I just said, put as much meat on it as you can. The guy made me this pizza. It was amazing, and since that day, it's been on the menu as the Sam special. So I actually have a pizza named after me.
Wow. What a tale.
Yeah. So that's what a Sam special is. Not a sexual act, but a pizza with a lot of meat on it.
That sounds like a euphemism for sexual act. Simon v. Sam out and about.
Simon and Sam out and about.
You don't know what's going to happen at the end of this.
No, I don't.
Simon v. Sam out and about.
I just give up. Salmon out and about.
Salmon. It doesn't roll off the tongue that well.
It does. Salmon. 2 syllables. Salmon.
It's
Easy.
horrible.
It's great.
It's the worst thing.
No, it's really good. Salmon.
If we had, like something that we actually talked about, that it would be very easy to title this show.
Salmon out and about.
No.
The Out and About podcast.
No, the Out and About podcast. I'd be into that. The TaylorSwift Appreciation Fan Club.
The TaylorSwift Appreciation, which I'm president of. No.
This
Is that right? No.
Stevie Luhan.
Biggest fan.
Biggest
group.
#1 fan club hashtag TaylorSwift. .com.co.uk.
Yes, a bit of Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift fan group.
Simon v. Sam out and about.
That's really going to break up the podcast well. Every 3 minutes. Simon v. Sam out and about.
It's much more than every 3 minutes.
So we're stuck at a set of lights now.
I think I've said it about 50 times. It's been 9 minutes, so...
Light chat.
Simon v. Sam stuck at the lights. Simon v. Sam not stuck at the lights
anymore.
Moving again. Simon v. Sam. This is good. This is gold.
Oh, I'm watching an accident almost happen behind us. Would you believe it's a guy in a Jeep?
Oh, that man in a Jeep almost caused an accident, he did. I was over at the home and saw an accident almost happen. It was horrible, but then I almost interrupted my viewing of Better Homes and Gardens.
And my favourite segment, Simon and Sam out and about.
Simon and V-Sam out and about.
Oh, Simon and Sam out and about.
Simon, I liked the bit where Simon stabbed Sam.
I was not a fan of that bit. I quite was disappointed that they took Better Homes and Gardens in that direction and made it a murder show. All to get it in the category of best dramas at the Arias.
This is the worst old person voice I've ever heard. It was like, you sounded like, like a sort of a colony-based Indian general who was also a snail for some reason.
A snail?
Boy, bring me some Pims. Keep that salt away from me. Keep the salt away!
I thought he was Indian.
No, well, I mean, it's like...
Oh dear, keep the salt away.
It's the English colonies of India.
Do not bring that
He's
salt
like-
anywhere too near me.
Anywhere too near me. I'm an Indian snail. No, do not touch me with your salty fingers. How dare you? It's against
So
my
clearly-
Sikh faith.
Clearly it's an Indian snail from France now.
Why are you coming to me with that fork? What? Don't.
And the salt.
Why are you putting garlic on me?
You keep your dirty English hands away from me.
You dirty. Do not cross the channel to get to me. I'm not as delicious as you think. Bring me some Pims.
I'm pretty sure it's time for you to go away. Please, take that salt and disappear. I'm going to go all cracked pepper on you. Leave me alone.
What is a snail's favorite Lord of the Rings character?
I'm gonna say Gollum because it's the only name of Lord of the Rings that's coming to my head right now.
No, it's Legless. I made that up just now.
See, I still haven't watched Lord of the Rings, so...
You haven't seen Lord of the Rings?
No, I haven't. Or The Hobbit.
I've read Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I haven't done that either. I mean, I've read The Hunger Games.
We need a night to watch The Lord of the Rings.
Well, you started watching it that one night we were having a party, but you started it at like 2 a.m. in the morning. And I decided that sleep was a little more important than Lord of the Rings at that stage.
What other kind of 2 a.m. is there?
Good question. 2 a.m. where I'm tired or 2 a.m. where I'm out and also tired?
Oh, I just meant you said 2 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, okay.
It's only one kind, and it's always in the morning.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. It's a tautology, my friend. Tautology.
Maybe it was just extra emphasis on the point that it was the morning at 2 by double emphasis on morning with AM and morning both strung together neatly.
The double emphasis by saying the word twice.
Again, I failed at
2 in the morning.
I failed.
Morning.
I failed phrase school. Leave me alone.
So, when did you go to phrase school?
It was sort of like the intermediate school between primary and middle school.
Okay. Because, you know, I was quite clever when I was young, so I got accelerated phrase school. I went when I was still bewoomed. It's one of the
Okay.
phrases I
So
learned
what
at phrase
happened?
school. What happened?
Well, I mean, you said you were smart when you were young. What happened?
Well, it's kind of a long story, but
Puberty must have been kind to you.
it was more
It wasn't.
a
Clearly, your brain dropped as much as other parts of your body.
the back of a hammer to the temple.
Oh, okay.
I borrowed a lot of money from the mob when I was young.
Yeah, that'd do it.
And didn't return it, so... Well, I mean, it's just like the Taylor Swift cutouts that I have at home. But I borrowed money instead.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I have this massive scar right across the side of my face. And no thumbs.
Yeah. Which is why I'm driving and you're not.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can still drive-ish. I wouldn't worry about it. Wouldn't worry about it at all. Thumbs are not that much to pay for
Taylor
Swift.
It's very true.
For
There's a lot more
fake cardboard, two-dimensional Taylor Swift.
But life-size, though.
Though the real Taylor Swift doesn't have that many more dimensions. Dun dun shh. That wasn't even. They don't drum like that.
That was also bad joke, along with poor emphasis on the joke.
What a terrible joke!
Your joke is terrible. Indian French snail.
Your joke is very terrible. Get that fuck away! Don't insult me.
I'm being assaulted. And birds.
That was not a pun.
Please do not confuse the pun.
I am being attacked.
It is quite painful when it is insulting me. But you seem to find that amusing. Stop it. It is. Oh yes, I climbed the Eiffel Tower.
I'm going home. I already am home. It's on my back.
Watch me disappear. You can't get me in here.
You can't get me in here unless you are slightly bigger than me.
Monsieur Snail, come out.
Monsieur Snail. Monsieur Snail.
Come out.
Come out. You're not going to eat me, are you?
No, come out. I want to say hello.
Where are you from?
I'm from Sweden, yeah? I'm friendly.
Why don't you have a Swedish accent?
Because I was born on the wrong side of Sweden, yeah?
Got up on the wrong side of Sweden this morning, someone has.
Now you're Swedish Yoda. The force is very strong with this one, yeah?
Yes, very many chlorians.
No, please be stopping this. You are ruining my Star Wars experience.
So you've watched Star Wars then?
I've watched Star Wars, yes.
Good-o. So you have...
I've watched both the real and the fake Star Wars.
What's the fake Star Wars?
1, 2, and 3.
Ah, good-o. What a thing.
I remember being so excited for Star Wars 1, 2. And I saw it like the week it was released. It's probably like the first movie I'd actually wanted to see in the cinema. We won free tickets, but when we went to the cinema, they were like, no,
I'd suggest you go left here.
You cannot use... No, I'm going right. You cannot use these tickets. And I'm like, but... Well, I wasn't like... My dad was like, but, you know, we won these tickets. And they're like, no free tickets to Star Wars.
Wow.
And so we didn't use the tickets, we just paid.
What a rip-off.
I know.
Why couldn't you use the tickets?
I don't know. Clearly they knew that there would not be return viewership after watching that movie.
Ah, true.
Like, with all the brilliant destruction of what Star Wars is all about.
And what is Star Wars all about?
Lightsabers.
There was, like, That would mean that the first three were really good, because there were like way more lightsabers in the first three than there were.
There was. That's very true. It was honestly the first thing that popped into my head.
It's all about
the battle between good and evil, and the dark side of the Force and the other side of the Force that is rarely named.
It's all about cool characters, cool, like slightly gruff,
and an actual storyline.
yeah, like sort of neutral characters who, like Han Solo and Luke was
Skywalker.
not a cool character.
He was great.
Luke Skywalker
Luke
is
kissed
not
his
a cool
sister.
Yeah, he kissed his sister. He whined a lot. He was kind of wimpy. He was not.
He saved the day.
Luke.
He flew through the Death Star trench and shot the missile that destroyed the Death Star and killed his father.
Here's the thing. Luke was not a cool character. He was not a character at all. He was a demographic. Luke Skywalker is a Star Wars fan. Every other character around him is cool. And that's what makes Star Wars good. And there was not a character that you could put yourself inside like that in the first three movies, and that's why they sucked.
That's very true. I mean, you could have tried to be Obi-Wan.
All those franchises with heroes that are kind of boring, with a whole bunch of other characters that are pretty cool, they're the successful ones.
I think you can sum up the first three Star Wars in like 3 words. Jar Jar Binks.
No main characters.
Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. Well, it's synonymous with no main characters.
Jar Jar Binks is quite similar to our multinational snail.
I do not know what you are saying.
Oh, I do not know what you are saying.
This is not very good for me. I do not like being associated with Jar Jar Binks.
Misa, keep the salt away. Oh.
Wow.
Home again.
So that was Simon and Sam out and about.
Simon v. Sam out and about.
Simon and Sam out and about.
Simon v. Sam out and about.
Salmon out and about.
Just me. It was just me this whole time. I was doing an impression of Sam. It was great. Hey.
Yeah, whatever.
That was me as well. It was pretty
Sure
clever.
it was.